Hi everybody, and welcome to another episode of Cooking Lessons at Shelter Harbor. Today we're going to tackle sous vide. People see sous vide on the menu. I think a lot of people don't quite know what it is, and they think that it is a complicated thing, but ultimately it's just a nice way to cook things gently. Sous vide is really a nice cooking method, and it really takes advantage of the ability to cook things slowly and gently in a water bath. It really goes back to the old boil in a bag method of the 1950s, and somebody just gave it some thought and thought, what if we had the ability to not have the water boiling, but to very precisely control the temperature? And that's how we came up with sous vide. So I have here two immersion circulators set up to two different temperatures for two different sous vide techniques. These immersion circulators, these little units here, just clip onto these water bins. So these water bins could be anything that you have. When I've done it at home or at people's houses, I've used a big pasta pot. You clip it onto the pasta pot, you fill it with water, you plug it in, and you're good to go. These immersion circulators are about $1,000 on the nose, and so they're not wildly expensive, and I do know some folks that have them at home. There's some nice things you can do with them, and I'll sort of explain that as we show the technique. So this one here I have set to 118 degrees Fahrenheit, which you probably know is not really much hotter than a hot bath. And this one I have set to about 160 degrees, which is a little bit lower than a simmer. Okay? We're going to show first a technique that we've used at the club, which is a sous vide halibut. And we're going to take the halibut, put it in the sous vide bag, and we're going to drop it in the 160 degree water for about 14 minutes. 14 minutes at 160 degrees, we've discovered through trial and error, gives you a halibut that is just about perfect. And it's cooked in this little bag with just a little bit of butter, a little bit of herb, and a little bit of lemon zest. And it comes out of the bag, and it's just succulent and beautiful. And then we put it onto a little pan and put it in the oven, hot oven, for like 2 or 3 minutes just to set it. And it really comes out spectacular. So we're going to show you that technique right now. I have these bags, and these bags are safe. They are safe for freezing or microwave or temperatures up to a simmer, which is in the 180s. So I've got the bag, I've got the halibut, and I'm going to take a little bit of lemon and do some zest. And I would encourage you to use zest in your cooking in lots of places, because zest gives you some nice citric brightness, but it doesn't add acid to the mix. And if you add acid to the mix, it'll cook the item because of the acid, but you'll never cook an item because of zest. So we're just going to put a little zest on there. It doesn't matter if it's spread out perfectly, because there's going to be some butter in there as well. And we're putting that in the sous vide bag, along with a couple of pieces of butter. And I'm going to use a fresh bay leaf, actually 2. A lot of times we've done this with thyme, with fresh thyme, but I thought, why not try it with fresh bay leaves? We actually get our bay leaves fresh, as opposed to the ones that you've seen that are super dry. And when they're fresh, they're really aromatic, and they give you a lot of nice flavors. We use them quite a bit in the club to perfume our sauces. So you'll see right there, I made sure I wiped the edge of the bag so that it'll be nice and dry. So I'm just going to go ahead and put it in the sealer here and lock it. And it's pulling the air out of the bag very nicely and sealing up. This is just a $50 item from Walmart. It's not a big, complicated cryovac machine. And you'll see that our halibut is tucked in there really nicely with just a little lemon zest and a little butter. And without further ado, we're just going to drop it into the immersion circulator to do its work. All right, so our halibut's been in the water bath for 14 minutes, so it should be really nice. We're just going to reach in, and you can see it there with its butter just looking really excellent. I'm going to set it on our board, I'm going to slip the bag open. And we're just going to gently remove that to our pan. And you can see already, because it's split open just a little bit, how beautiful it is inside. And it's in there looking very nice. Now, a lot of people will serve it just like that. It's fully cooked and it's really nice. But we like to pop it in a really hot oven for just 1 or 2 minutes just to set it up a little more. All right, just coming back from the oven, and had it in the oven off camera for about a minute or so. And here it is in the pan. And it'll be all ready to plate. And it will eat so succulent and so nice. Here it is on the plate. Just a little bit of salt and pepper. And a lot of times when we'll do a dish like this, we'll do the sauce really light, like just a little bit of beurre blanc sauce. Or last year we did it one time, we did brown butter powder, but it needs very little because it's going to eat so well. And there you go. The next technique I'm going to show you with sous vide is I'm going to show you how to do it with beef tenderloin. Over here we have the second immersion circulator bath, and it's set at 118 degrees, which is an interesting temperature because it's just shy of medium rare. And it's at 118 degrees Fahrenheit. When you put the beef in the water, it will eventually reach 118 degrees Fahrenheit. Usually it takes around 30 to 35 minutes. And I've got these little 8-ounce beef tenderloins already sealed in the bag with just a little bit of olive oil. And I'm just going to take one of them, and I'm going to pop it in the 118 degree water. What do you think happens after it reaches 118 degrees, no matter how long we leave it in the water? No matter how long we leave it in the water, it will never change the temperature of 118 degrees. It will stay there waiting for you. That's a powerful cooking technique. I could have whole beef tenderloins this big in a larger bath, in a bag, at 118 degrees, sitting in that bath at 118 degrees, staying at 118 degrees as long as I want, ready and waiting for me to be ready for them. So if I have a party at my house or at the club, and here it is, it's time to go, we want the fillets, take them out of water, they're 118 degrees, get a big pan, sear the outside, brown it up nicely. That pushes it up to around 122, 125 degrees, and it's ready to slice. All the guesswork and the timing is taken out of the equation. You could be at your house, having cocktails, enjoying your guests, knowing that your beef is at the ready for you to sear it and slice it. All right, now, meanwhile, our 8-ounce center cut beef tenderloin steak has been in the immersion circulator for about 35 minutes. And as I told you, it could be longer. Longer would be fine, because it's going to be sitting there at 118 degrees. So I'm going to reach in for it, right? And here it is. I've already got my pan heating up. Just going to take it out. And it looks just sort of squishy. And it doesn't even kind of look like it cooked because it hardly even knows it cooked. It cooked so slowly. And that's part of the reason that you get such an excellent product out of it. So I'm giving it a nice liberal hit of salt and pepper. And I've got a nice hot pan going here. And here goes the fillet. And we're going to give it a nice browning. And what we know about the fillet already is that it's nice and warm inside. It's nice, 118 degrees, and it's really ready to take on a sear and be a great piece of meat. So we're just going to be a little bit patient, and we're going to flip them over. Doesn't he look great? Just a little bit longer, so the second side has some nice crust to it too. All right, there we go. We're looking good on both sides. And we have there a very nice rare to medium rare beef tenderloin. We'll give it a little slice here to see how it's looking. And that's lovely. So there you have it, two different sous vide techniques. The halibut technique using a 160-degree water bath, and the beef tenderloin technique using a 118-degree water bath. Thanks a lot.